just because they seem to be so confident in the room. Like right now we're looking at empty chairs. Dragon Knight. Alright, so it is actually going to be a support Dark Willow. The Dragon Knight comes in at the end for Dendi, so it is going to be Lil's Dark Willow.
Banish is used, but quite a few nukes thrown onto OD, and maybe he's going to have too much harass and Slain. It's going to be a tough time for him.
The cooldown timing is actually almost identical for Homing Missile as well as Shadow Realm. So just harass away Dendi, bottom lane, Maledict first level, they lock him in with the shards, and this should be enough damage to kill off Dendi. His regeneration just doesn't exist. He got no points up in Dragon Blood, and Cuckoo's tick of that level 1 Maledict is more than enough after Tim's had the great setup with the shards. And the wild axes, so no slows, no control, it's just the norm.
I mean, they're going to try pressuring here on the Terrorblade.
Wait, where's the follow-up? Okay, Cuckoo's there. Cuckoo, if Tim's can just get the nice little start, there's the Maledict, shards in, Crystallize. Yeah, he is most definitely Snowball, cancelling TP, dead. Cuckoo claims his second kill of the game.
Super well done there. They need Maledict at the least. Probably, maybe both, maybe Tusk and TB would do it.
Nice regeneration rune scouted up on top, but unfortunately for them, their bottle is not there. The better thing for them is the shards blocking and Crystallize. LeBron trying to keep Cuckoo out. They pick up the Tusk guard, try and throw him away. Got a little bit of extra stun to Sam H, but now with the Magnetize, it will pull Tim's underneath the tower. Crystallize, as he even try and salve through this, does he accept the fact that he's dead? He accepts the fact he's dead.
Salve would just be a waste of money, so ends up going down. Nice gank once again, and
well, LeBron's in the right position. He's not visible just yet. He's on the edge. Okay, now the Dire Observer Ward sees him. And Cuckoo and Tim Smoke will break. They want LeBron. They'll have to actually commit both the cask plus the shards to hold him in position. A quick Fade Bolt. LeBron taking way too much damage, but Crystallize looking for a little bit of revenge. They got the Dream Coil up, so Crystallize doesn't have the damage to actually get the kill. Not when Sam H goes invis. So a double kill for Sam H. Lil in the neighborhood. Can't get that damage out on Sam H. A quick phase shift, dodges the attack. Bramble! Perfect position! Sam's down to 23 HP, and now the Cursed Crown ensures the king is dead. Raven moves back through the Bramble. Remember, he does have... Actually, he doesn't have mana. Actually, yeah, he does. He's got 17 one-charges. He can Sunder. But LeBron's got 2 points up in Fade Bolt. He'll need some help if he wants to get this kill. Denny's moving over, and Sentry Ward's down. LeBron, there's at least a pickup, throwing Cuckoo down. The Breathe Fire will connect on Cuckoo this time, but he's got way too much life to survive. But that top lane, Tier 1 tower will go down. This is that power that comes from having a Dragon Knight, plus the extra creeps that come in from a Beastmaster. And yeah, you're right. The pickup over on Sam H. The silence is good.
That was really well played by Denny. He actually backed up to anticipate the silence coming out because he knew he wasn't early enough. And then he arcs back in and gets the stun. Whoever isn't that important, they put him in the off lane. He pushes out that lane because they will eventually gank and dive the Tier 1 tower. And he's just going to do this because he's harder to kill, and even if he does die, he doesn't care that much.
Well, he just uses escape mechanism. Stick charges are available, but yeah, as you said, doesn't really matter that much if he dies, and he will. The Dire have one creep alive. It doesn't matter with the Tier 1 tower, obviously there's no backdoor regen. We'll see Armel, his smoke will break. There was no vision from TNC, they just felt things were wrong, but Raven hasn't had that feeling just yet. Beastmaster coming around their side, they know which one's real. Axe cut, call down. Sam H wants to help out with the Dream Coil, but there was no time to get a Sunder off for Raven. So the TP out from Puck, and no Terrorize cancels the TP. Puck can't get through the maze. And 2 heroes for TNC pushing up the daisies.
Arcane Rune over, and ultimately a good rotation for Navi. Maybe they could have done this earlier, but saving it for the moment when TNC did make a move to the Tier 1 towers also has a lot of benefits. It's something that TNC probably expected to get. And instead, Navi just turns around, kills the core.
Yep, they're looking to go for more. That missile's coming towards the Witch Doctor, and then defensive imprisonment. You're able to steal the Ice Shards, locking in Cuckoo, no way to escape. Both the Ice Shards and the Bramble Maze going down in front of the tower. Both the Bramble Maze as well as the Shadow Realm, which was the starting attack.
Just trying to interrupt the Blink Dagger so that he could actually commit to a kill, but OD gets out and they may turn.
Blink Dagger forward. Puck's waiting for the movement, and Dendy only just arrived at this party, and Terrorize pushes the OD back the other way. Raven has the range, but he's also got the Cursed Crown on him. The Raw holds him in position, and Puck is, I believe, trapped in the trees. Samage cannot get out of here. Now he can with the ult forward. LeBron looking to be the one who's going to receive it, and Cuckoo, what a cast, what a death ward, right in the right place at the right time. A lot of rights, and even the shards holding in Lil. He'll decide to try and turn, going into that Shadow Realm, got the Cursed Crown, the Tusker with the call down to TNC. Maybe bit off more than they can chew. When Dendy is here, the phase shift from Sam H able to dodge a lot of the damage, but when you just have Raven turn around for the Sunder, Navi just doesn't have the life anymore or the power to battle against Raven. They're doing as much as they can. The Cursed Crown will stun up Raven, but it's time for Dendy to get back to the tower.
Great
but the Dragon Tail Armel under the tower is too much, and the damage, no, the defensive imprisonment. Lil is trying to get that Shadow Realm damage in, and now OD can't get out of it. He's, oh wait, there is a small path away from the breathe fire. Forced off and blink. Armel is away.
Great escape there by Armel. That looked very dangerous.
He's not quite certain he meant to do that, but the orb lets him know. Roshan's at 50%. The Necrobooks and Centaur are the ones tanking up and out right now for Roshan.
Armel is not going to be there in time. Doesn't have Blink, doesn't have Force. He'll be there in a second, though. Maybe.
General, he's in the trees. There goes the Bramble Mace. The instant roar on the puck. He never got the Dream Call off. The perfect control. General hit it right in the noggin. Same thing for Tusker. Getting stunned up. He'll go into the snowball and inside the pit. Crystallize actually snatches the Aegis Immortal in that after Armel jumped in. He got the last hit onto Roshan, but they're on the run. The Terrorize. They're forced away. The Breathe Fire plus the Axes. It's enough range magical damage. Raven can potentially fight underneath the shrine. He's got at least an escape mechanism through the Sunder. TNC can get revenge as Armel brings down the mid-tier 1 tower. Top tower is under attack for Navi as well. Support's rotated over as 3 heroes from Navi on the run. They got a small little mud golem who is not part of the smoke, but the blink in raw right on top of Cuckoo and the Terrorize. Terrorblade, you wouldn't think he's the man that gets caught out by such a thing, but he can sunder onto LeBron, and LeBron, he's looking to steal. He only got reflection, but it's still going to be enough.
A big save by Dendy as well. Uses the Halberd on the OD or on the Terrorblade, and that prevents LeBron from going down at least. It's definitely one of the downsides of having the OD, I think. I feel like a lot of times he falls in this playstyle. I don't think Armel's playing bad. His net worth is really good, but he certainly feels like he needs these mobility items, and on top of that, he also needs BKB.
Run, Tims. Run. Okay. Die, Tims. Die.
You dodged that stun,
try and protect yourself. Oh, look, Lil's like, okay, I'll get the range creep with this. More valuable than the Tusker at this point.
Definitely one of the negatives of the mech build is that you don't escape as easily. It's not that uncommon, just because BKB makes you magic immune, Butterfly will make you not physical immune, but much better against physical. Not to mention the movement speed. They're going to maybe catch him here, though.
Well, General sitting behind. This may give TNC pause for concern. LeBron's not too far out either, so there's your jump in. And, they force it and snap. Instantly, the Dream Call. No way to protect yourself from that. Once the Aghanims was up, he didn't even get his BKB off in time. So LeBron on the run. He can shard block the way, but when you got double blinks available, they banish him up. The Bramble mazes to the north. But LeBron will never reach it. Glimmered. Wait, they have detection, right? Okay.
Dude, I think that was a Beastmaster Force staff on the gyro.
I think so too. The Observer Ward's there, but now they got scouted out by the Hawk. So, trap is set, but it's up to Navi if they want to walk into it. With a 5-man smoke, they may do it. That's an illusion in the mid. There's the real one, breaking the smoke. LeBron, he's underneath an Observer and Sentry Ward. They see him perfectly clearly. The Walrus punches the backlines. Crystalline finally gets the BKB off with the Flak Hands. The damage is good. They've locked down the puck. Navi with that Blink Roar as well as Blink Dragon Tail stun, but they need more. The Tusker will hit the deck. Lil will take care of him, while Dendy, he's focusing on the bigger fish. Okay, now they're finally taking care of Tims. So back to bigger fish. Terrorblade, the magic missile, or homing missile, able to connect onto him. Defensive imprisonment. Lil cannot get the damage out. And Raven sunders on General, but still caught inside the Bramble Maze. No easy way out. It's another homing missile. Runs forward. Can they attack it and get rid of it before it connects? They cannot, but it doesn't matter when he Manta dodges it.
He goes for it.
Yeah, he does. He's going after it.
It's half up time. This is a pretty decent time for him to commit it.
LeBron's trying to get closer. I don't know if he can wrap around the back here. Shards
it's going to be General that goes in.
Navi out. Roshan's down to 4.2k. There's your jump hit. The dream call onto Crystallize in general, but the call down is fantastic. And not to mention the fear. It was huge. They're all running away, TNC, when they wanted to engage. Isolating Tims on the wrong side of the river. This is exactly what we said TNC didn't want to have happen. But they may still come in to fight. Raven is there. Buyback is out from Tusker. They're going to get into the engagement. BKB of OD. They found LeBron stuck in the tree line. Stun onto Terrorblade. He wants to keep fighting. 4-star forward. Trying to break free. Able to do so. The BKB starting to wear off, but the Raw out from the Beastmaster. Looking to get that die back onto Tims. It won't happen as TNC re-enter the pit. 37 seconds until you have that Metamorphosis back off cooldown. And Navi, do you feel like you can stop this? Dragon form still up for only a couple more seconds. The Bramble Mage is down against Sam H. He was able to get the Dream Call off, but it only affected over on Lil. The call down is great as they all just zip their TNC in front of Roshan. He's at 900 HP. They're running in, but then again, General dies in front of the pit. Buyback, yeah, you bet. He's coming back into this engagement. Lil is on the run, hiding inside the Shadow Realm, but he can't get out of this one. The stuns are too much. Actually, the rest of the team, they've turned back over to Roshan. They can't move too far away from the pit. This is still the crutch of this situation. Roshan at 950 HP, even stunning the Terrorblade. General, the Bramble Mage is back inside again. He's looking for the Raw. The Axe is flying in. Denny's inside the pit. Roshan killed by the Radiant. Snatched out by Raven. He got the Aegis Immortal's Cuckoo's position for the Death Ward. It's forcing Denny to run away. The orb damage is way too much. They're chasing down Crystallize. Armel with 40 points of stolen intelligence. He wants to kill on Crystallize. The shards don't block him. So Crystallize will get some distance. But Raven, he's still got half of this duration of Metamorphosis with the double catapults. The mid-Rax was practically already dead. It went on that long. The creep wave of TNC was just too strong. But up on the north, Navi looking for a rebuttal, pushing in the top lane with General, trying to force some retreat, but it ain't stopping TNC. They're all down the bottom. The fortification is slowing down TNC. Denny wants to fight. It's a fresh Dragon form, but there are so many Ravens on the field. The Lincoln Sphere, it actually got broken, but no stun from Dendy. He stands the ground, but where are the friends? He has no friends. Down for 80 seconds. TNC, they're going to claim their second lane of Rax. General is still trying to walk back to be involved in this engagement. His Roar is back off cooldown. He can lend this to the party as he blinks away from the engagement of TNC. If they had him, they'd be very happy. But Crystallize's Flat Cannon. Raven doesn't have Metamorphosis, but he has Aegis and Sunder, so he'll swap with the copy of the Rubik. Of all things, to give him his life back. Ready to fight once more. Attacking the tier 4 towers. The Dream Coil is perfect. General and Crystallize locked in. The Terrorize forcing TNC once again to run away. The Death Ward. Crystallize happy to tank it because he's stealing the life back with a Satanic. But now that's burnt out too. Raven has to move back as well. Down to 800 HP. Maybe he doesn't actually. He's got an Aegis Immortal. He can just keep fighting. The Flat Cannon's too far away. It's just trying to kill off the creep wave for the moment. And there's your jump back in from Sam H. But it's LeBron who's in trouble. OD has caught him. This could be it for Navi. Too many dead. Not enough left to fight or hold the flag for Navi. The tier 4 tower, the final remaining one, taken by TNC. They will go for the Radiant Ancient. Crystallize just comes back in again. He has the Satanic. The Flat Cannon damage is good. And now Lil doing some serious work. Trying to get close to do some damage, and he got it. He actually got a 3-man stun with the Cursed Crowd, but even with that, it's not enough. Then he will BKB, but the flipping on Crystallize. Tims is so low. Crystallize needs to do some damage, but he can't do it. He cannot actually regen, so a buyback, that'll work with the cooldown, hitting practically everything at TNC. Puck getting caught inside the Bramble Maze. He gets pushed away, defensively imprisoned. Dark Willow wants the kill. She needs to escape, but can't do it. Stunned for too long by Sam H's Dream Coil. They go even deeper. You get one kill in return, but at what cost for Navi? They've lost practically everything. Denny, you may as well buy back. It says you got it, but you've lost your throne. It's GG, well played. TNC have done it. They eliminate Navi and will advance to the quarterfinals.
Oh, Toby, you've been talking a while there. That's kind of a long series of team fight. Holy crap, dude. Well, no, she wouldn't because the spirits don't.
Oh, they don't reflect it? Ah, it's a shame. Morphling.
The Morphling pick, I think, looks pretty solid.
Bottom lane, it is that matchup we were talking about, the SK versus the Centaur. Not a fun time for a Centaur. Caustic Finale is just such a pain in the butt, but they're coming up on top. Kyle looks for the lift. Can't actually get the grab just yet. Actually went for the fade ball to begin with, but they want PPD. No surprise, Kyle's hunting for him in the tree lines. Homing missile will chase him up and away from the tower. So this is a good place to fight Zai. He doesn't have Stomp, he only has the Spirit. As PPD gets dragged back in, one more attack will do it. No, they don't have it. They don't have the vision. He's through on the side. Pykat's got waveform. Chasey's trying to be sent back in time, but time is just not on his side. PPD now has the paralyzing cast. They try and split up Z-Freak as well as Kyle. It's taking way too long. PPD won't get it. It's Pycat. He'll have the double kill. And TP out from Z-Freak is at least successful, but they went deep and they choked.
A very interesting place for a first blood fight, was it not? Just deep in the trees there. No towers around, and ultimately really good for Optic game. The fact that Peter's choice to juke over there was huge. Bought himself a lot of time.
They're going to go for Chessie. PPD can go with the paralyzing cask. They're bringing out the creep wave of all, but with the homing missile as well as the Hadouken creep, they've got the clapper, and it will get his hit off. So Zai will be quickly rebutted on top. So this is going to influence the other lanes if initiations happen. I'm almost thinking it could also work for Limp, who just grabs the action rune, invis rune for him.
Some damage going to Centaur on the bot lane as well.
Zai is way too far out, so yeah, Centaur can take a lot of damage underneath the tower, but when the Razors arrive from Limp, they already did the extra prep work, so Limp's easy rotation under the cover of invis goes his way.
And 3-3 is going all Caustic Finale. He's maxed out here. Any tap on moves going to turn into 110 magic, so...
TP's on the way. It's Kyle inside the trees. He can get the instant grab onto 33. Moo just needs the Hoof Stomp to land. He's able to do so with the Fade Ball. And much damage have they got with the Stampede. They will find the kill on bottom lane. Top lane, Pykat's got a homing missile chasing him down. He's got an extra one charge to bring himself back up again. And well, okay, well, homing missile never even got its attack. Chessie's been sent back. Rocket barrage damage. Pycat cops a lot.
Jeez.
Not enough to get the kill, and Chessie goes all the way home.
Super worth it.
Moo could feel it. Like 33 was coming in for the Burrow Strike, and Pycat would have been able to follow up with the damage.
It's like another place where Centaur just kind of sucks. Like,
Limp?
That's his Blink Dagger right now, is Stampede.
Zai, one more raise will do it.
Okay.
Zai walked around the corner. He had no vision on Lim, so it was just close range, medium range, long range raises.
So despite these like little kills that Cole's getting and some of their survives, I still think Optic's pretty happy just because their carry is going to be better in the late game. And Gyro is so far behind. He's about to hit 6. Here comes.
Z-Freak, gotta get away. Gotta get away so quickly. So Chessie does have that level 6 you're talking about, 33. And Burrow strikes through both the Wild Wings. Now we're just trying to farm up a little bit. Homing missile moves forward, moves in the neighborhood. He doesn't have a blink. He's only got the Hood of Defiance, but then again, he's got a Hood of Defiance. He's very difficult to kill. PPD, no. The double maledict and Burrow strike in. No epicenter. The cooldown does very little in the paralyzing cask. It bounces forward towards Moo. He's still got the maledict on him. He will bounce out, tick out from this. PPD finds the kill. And CCNC, Exorcism gets popped, and this will now turn into a lot of pressure into that tier 1. It does a little bit of problems for Z-Freak's army. And with Zai sitting behind the tier 1 tower, Spirit Stomp is a real problem for Limp.
Just really hard for them to actually push against towers right now. They want to dive with the creeps, but if they get Witch Doctor cast, they're stunned for 5 seconds each.
And speaking of that, there goes Kyle. Tried to flank around the back, but he's underneath the Dire Observer Ward. Perfect vision. Moo may Stampede to try and have a crack at Pycat. He just used his waveform. Needs more help to make this work. And okay, no, Pycat will stop the Centaur.
Just really hard to take a Roche fight when they still have a tier 1.
Yep.
Easier TP. Much better than the Shrine. So, I mean, they'd love to take the tower, but still got it looks like they have a tree on their team. This thing's still so healthy.
And the aggressive vision. It was too obvious that ward was going to be placed, so Optic get rid of it. The blink, still waiting for the right time. Exorcism on cooldown for 83 seconds. The Burrow Strike onto Kyle. He actually stalled himself. He needs to get out this one. Hand of God plus the Stampede. Complexity, close the distance. They look for PPD in the tree line. The Death Ward does some really good work, but they need a little bit more. Finally, PPD will fall, but in they go. Oh, the stun! Z-Freak locks him down. Pycat came in, but here's 33 with the epicenter damage. Complexity, don't want to find it. ET buys back. That Spirit Stomp needs to be perfect. Chessie turns around because he's being sent back home. Keeps the attention of Optic just long enough for Z-Freak to complete his own TP. 33, only a fraction of a second too late to connect with the Burrow Strike.
Careful, if Zai's prepared and he has a Spirit down, he can totally break the counter initiation and turn the fight around the other way.
Yep. And Pykat's still becoming a beast. Like, he's got the Ghost Scepter up and running. He's walking around with, like, looking for the Eagle Song pickup. Vision on the hill does not belong to anybody. Kyle belongs to Optic Gaming. The optimistic send back by his brother Z-Freak.
Yeah, it belongs to the fountain right now.
Multiple shards. The tornado is going to make life a little bit more difficult as well, but Roshan, 1500. Oh, he's dropping real quick. They do not have a way to stop that one.
And very safely, 3-3 is going to cover and ensure they get the Aegis of the Burrow Strike. So, for a brief moment, it's not as bad as it can get. Kyle or Z-Freak for sure. The Chen is a little bit easier, I would say.
Burrow Strike actually gets onto Chessie. The paralyzing cast being taken down. Now back up the creep wave, but Chessie turns on the BKB, focusing onto PPD with a call down hit. PPD will fall. 33 in a bad position as well. And here comes Z-Freak. Slow them up. Back CC&C. He turns on the Exorcism. Moo sent back to base. A lot of time wasted, but the E-Blade pop. Chessie is the first receiver of it. And Kyle just wants to run.
Really good timed and are giving them the potential to win these fights, but if Optic can just kite until those BKBs end, somebody's getting E-bladed.
Complexity are coming for the fight. Limp is the man who is exposed. 33, that's a juicy initiation. He jumps in, but the whole stop into the back lines. Zai gets caught, but Limp exploded. Pycat just arrives. Tessie's got some good flat cannon damage, but they're chasing Zai all the way up into the trees. It's taking so long to kill off a support, and they haven't even got the kill.
Way.
33 is here for the Burrow Strike. Zai turns for Splitter, and Chessie is toast. So many heroes surround, and so many heroes celebrate his death.
Oh, I can't believe that Elder Titan stayed alive there. It was a great initiation by Moo to counter-initiate, stop the hoof stomp, or the echo stomp, that is.
Yeah, someone's going to be sent back. Like, maybe that's actually just what you do. You just send Z-Freak back. Nope, Limp. He'll TP out, actually. Top lane, trouble for Moo. He managed to get the pipe up, but I don't know if that's going to be enough protection. Hand of God as well.
That would have been a great time for Blade Mail. But that does not mean Blade Mail's the item, necessarily.
Because they'll also have to wait. Exorcism will be down for 2 minutes.
I think they're fine in this moment. They've still got BKB, so if anybody gets put in a bad position, Optics should be able to defend themselves. And they might just go push anyways. This is kind of what they've been doing all game.
Well, Zai's found a target. Stomp is coming out. Kyle has no escape. He only got that Crypt Swarm stolen. And the Burrow Strike, damn, that Stomp lasts forever. Kyle just caught napping.
Not much that he's going to be able to do there. And like Optic just looks at DP and they say, I'm going to use this for one objective, and then afterwards, we're just going to fight you anyways. They've like grabbed other heroes that are so good at fighting that doesn't matter if they don't have Exorcism. And so far, it's paid off.
Yep, here they come. 33 triggers the pipe, will stomp forward, they look to jump in, Shadow Fiend winding up the ultimate, Morphling will say goodbye to the Aegis, Immortal PPD also so low on life. Limp was protected by his BKB as Pycat fighting into the tower. 33, he epi-centered, but his Blink Dagger was on cooldown. He couldn't get to the front lines.
They got wrecked. Okay, they've got Burrow Strike. This is a pretty good time. So Kyle's initiation, he's got like 4 seconds of disable here, but he's coming up the cliff against enemy heroes.
They'll have to get the perfect hoof stomp. The one thing that actually sends Pyke out without worrying about, okay, Observe Ward's a real nice move. Hoof stomps in, goes to Witch Doctor, the E-Blade pop is onto the Centaur. Burrow Strike follow-up too, but Limp's in the neighborhood. Don't know if they really want to get involved in this one. The Death Ward moves sent back. It's at the right time. Trouble, however, for the Chen as CC&C, BKB to Exorcism. They have the damage to get the kill, but where's the follow-up? It's not there. The top tier 3 tower was pushed in so far because Chessie never came.
So he changes his build a little bit, going Solar Crest, standard transition, and then he's going to instead go for Octarine instead of the...
Pycat?
No, I'm talking about CC.
I'm thinking Pycat the solo kill on Z-Freak.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was chasing him as he de-warded. But now you'll have... wait, no! He dodges with the waveform! Keep the run going! Oh, okay, 33. He's there for the Burrow Strike.
That's pretty cool. One way to dodge a spell, tunnel into the ground.
And that push on top lane this time is nowhere near as threatening. They don't have the creep wave in mid, but they've got it on bottom with the double catapult, so Complexity. They're TPing back the reinforcements, fortifications buying time, Moo with a double hoof stomp. They actually forced up CC in very deep with a Burrow Strike. 33 hits the money with the waveform forward, Limp winding up the ultimate. He's trying to repair the damage, but both Pycat and well as CC&C were protected by their BKBs. So the bottom lane of Rax, Optic have cracked it.
And it really just took BKBs at the right time there. Cole was forced to react.
Exorcism is running out now. They've lost their push.
It might take one more tower before they get out. There's 2 dead heroes though. They can maybe continue this. See how greedy Optic want to try to be.
No, he's in there. Limp with the razors. He's got 36 souls ready to go. Has to Eul Scepter to dodge the E-Blade attack. Kyle right in the middle. He can't really do much apart from die and grab. But this now, with more heroes and including the Shadow Fiend, with no buyback available, Moo just has to 4-man stomp to slow things down, but he'll be sacrificed against life, and perhaps with it, the game buyback is available, but you just don't have the damage.
And that is all that Centaur can do. Jump in, stun, double edge.
They're actually going to try and finish it now. They don't have that big AoE. Flat cannons up.
He's got BKB, but he's trying to hold it out. And Morsling's trying to get him to bait it.
It's just missile spam. At least you got a lot of life on that center when you got the Integral Golem, but now Hoof Stomp, well, they got it onto the Morphling, but will he go down? The Penitence is there. Chessie needs more damage. Pycat, oh, the BKB is up. Kyle, he wants to go for a grab. Was he actually end up stealing? Okay, yeah, you can steal Morph. That's a nice thing to keep himself alive. Shadow Fiend's almost alive. Optic, they've taken the tier 4 towers, but they haven't finished the game just yet.
But the amount of movement speed advantage it gives you in a team fight is huge. But everybody else on his team is very happy. Even Zai's super farmed. Yules and Force and Crimson Guard, they've got all these ways to keep people alive.
Still at the end of that double damage room. Moo jumps in, gets the Hoof Stomp, Lim winds up, CCNC almost going down to that. Still got the BKB off, but Pycat turns into the Gyro once more. PPD's Death Ward, forcing Moo away. 33 doesn't have Burrow Strike, just the epicenter slow on Moo. He's being sent back and protected by the Lincoln Sphere, but it leaves Z-Freak exposed on the front lines and brought down for almost a minute.
And they get the gem as well, if they'll find it in the trees. Cole's on the verge of defeat here. If they lose their cores one more time, they're not going to have money for buybacks, so they've got to play and turtle really hard. They've got no DP ulti at least.
Yeah, but they don't really need it unless something like this happens. 33's in pretty deep. He's almost down, 4 staffed out, still alive on 420 HP. Didn't actually realize he's got 2.5k, but with the stomp into the splitter, this is gonna hurt. It's back-breaking, and GG, well played. Optic is calling it. You don't actually have it out from complexity. Yep, but there it is. GG, good luck further. Optic Gaming will advance into the quarterfinals, the playoffs of the Bucharest Major by PGL.
It's got to feel tough for Cole there. They started 2-1 in the group stage. They looked like they were on the verge of qualifying, but they lost their earlier match today and now losing the game against their rivals.